Hi guys, this is Cosmic Robot and this is the first in a series of tutorials I'm going to do to show you how to create your favourite characters from the comic book world in the game Champions Online. So getting straight into it, the first guy I'm going to do is this guy here. This is Cable and he's from the Marvel Universe. He's from X-Men and X-Force, Deadpool, probably a load of others that I don't know. But this is the guy I'm going to do first anyway. So this is a finished costume anyway. So if I default this, I'll show you how I make him. This is the character creator obviously from Champions Online. So to start with, we're going to start with chest. And Cable has got a robotic arm. He's got a robotic left arm, or cybernetic arm, whatever you want to call it. We're a bit laggy today, so I'm having to double click stuff, which is annoying. Right. There's a little problem we've got with this robotic arm. He has a bare arm on this side, which you can't do. You can't just have his torso clothed and a bare arm because of this robotic arm. So what I do, we'll turn that to cloth, and I use the pattern which is Jester, which is down the bottom here somewhere. There it is. Now you see it colours his arm differently, so what we can do is a little workaround. I think it's that one actually. Well, we can colour that arm with this colour here, which is D14. It's kind of a fleshy colour. And what I'll do later, I'll change his skin tone so that kind of matches that. And then for his tank top, we're going to do K7, which is this one here. What I do, I kind of I calibrate this like A, B, C, D across the top, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the side. So like K7 is here. Just makes it easy when I'm talking about what colour I'm using. Okay, right, chest layer. We're going to use, I've unlocked the 90s stuff, which is fairly easy to do in game. You just need, I think it's a load of Primus tokens or something. I haven't got a lot of other stuff unlocked, to be honest. So that should make it fairly easy for you to copy these. So I make this leather, and we just colour all of this in, see what I mean, it's a bit laggy, in D1, which is kind of a tan colour. Just whiz through this. Okay. Now we don't use his neck. He the Cable has like 2 X's here, or here, or whatever, which we can't do with this. So I kind of just add an emblem, an insignia emblem, just to show his, you know, his X-Men insignia. And we colour this leather as well. There we go. Make it leather. And the insignia actually is like, you could just use an X, but I don't really like that. I don't think it looks that good. So I found an insignia down here, Tripendulum. And to me it kind of looks like an X with a circle behind it. So I'll go with that anyway. And just colour it black. Red. Go for a fairly mid-red there, we don't want it too bright. Okay, and onto the shoulder pads. So his left shoulder, we what I do, I make a kind of, we need to bulk this arm up. So I use this rounded plate here. We make that metal. Now you could just colour this white, but I find this kind of bluey steel colour looks better. I mean white would work, but the colour I use is just here, It's E11. No, it's not E11. It's J2. There you go. So yeah, that's the colour I use there. The other shoulder pad, we're back to 90s again. And it's this one, 90s Bullets I use. And that's the one that I colour E11, which is here. And this is just a little bit of brass. It's D3 there, just to make them look like bullets. And we have that leather. And then arm accessories. So on his right side, we have, it's 90s again. 90s ammo. And that is coloured in this, just in the D1 there, the sand colour, tan colour if you like. And then again a bit of brass there, D3. And then on the other side is left arm accessory. We're going to bulk this arm up again with armour plate. And we just do that in the steel colour. I don't know why that's pink. It's not pink for long. And we have that metal. Okay, that's his arms done. His belt. His belt's already there. It's 90s round again, and it's in leather colour, which is this D1, and then just with a mid-red. I use B5 there, on there. And then we need to colour his arm in the steel colour, J2. Getting a lot of lag today. I think it's because this camera's running. That's also why that belt suddenly appeared, because I had to stop the camera and restart it again. Okay, so that's his upper body done. We'll go on to his arms. Now again we split these. His hands, sorry, not his arms. So his left hand is his robot arm, and I use 90s again, 90s Tech 2. It's this one. This gives a kind of a ribbed metal effect. I don't really like the brush metal, I'll go with normal metal. And we need to colour that J2. Oops. Okay. And his right hand, I'm going to go with a little glove. I'd like to have used the fingerless glove, but you can't with this this setup. So what I use is a medium. Where's it gone? It's up here. Medium glove folded. It just looks like a little leather glove there. And I colour that. I don't colour it black. I don't really like colouring clothing black because you lose all the detail. So I tend to go for this A10 here. It's kind of the darkest grey. It just means you can still see the detail. Don't need those ones. Okay, so there we have his upper body done. So moving on to his legs. His legs we just use tights and skin. And the piece I use, no, that's tights. We'll go cloth. And the piece I use is Special Ops, which for some reason is up here. That's alphabetical order, isn't it? Anyway, Special Ops. Okay, and we colour that E11 for the pads. I just like the kind of armoured pads there, so that's why I use this piece. Is that right? That's not right. That's the other E11. These ones are the blue to match the rest of his uniform. So that's K7. Okay. And then his leg accessories, yeah. So I just do one leg, just the right leg. We just add some ammo cartridges there. And colour them tan and brass as before. There you go, that gives you your brass bullets there. I'm going to make that more brass actually. Where am I? No, let's stick with that. Okay, matches the rest then. Okay, then his boots. There's actually a lot of boots here you could use. I quite like these ones, Armour Combat. They just look like good chunky boots. So, use those. Colour them tan. Eventually. And you can actually do the soles black if you like. So that's his boots. And we have them, I'd do them leather. Okay. And then his guns. I'm not sure if this is an unlockable piece, I can't remember. I think it's probably just unlocked with the 90s, as it's called, 90s Tech Blaster. So that's the one I use. And I colour those with A11, which is that. And then A10. Blue, which is the K7, I believe. That just does the does like the grips around here. And then here, a bit of bright green. It's number 4 there. And it just gives like a full indicator there. Okay. And then if we go to his head, okay, we just have heads and hairs, humanoid bear skin, and for the pattern we need eye scar. Let's just zoom in there. Okay. And the colour for that eye scar, that's not it. Okay, I colour it. It's this last one here. It's just kind of scar tissue colour. That's that. Okay. Then the detail. We'll go for. He's quite a rugged looking character, but rugged just looks a bit weird. So I go with middle age there. And a bit of stubble. Okay. Okay, back in the room. So his hair I was on, wasn't I? So yeah, let's stop him jumping about. There you go. Okay, his hair. There's quite a few of the hairs you could use because his hair does change through the, through the years. The one I use though is this unkempt short. Just seems to suit him really. What we do is we colour it with A4 at the back. It's kind of a grey, and then just white at the front. There we go. I'll do. And his eyes, as you can see, is when my camera went down just now, I'd already done his eye. So what it is, it's just his left eye that you do, and it's gradient. And in the first box I do this D2 here and max the glow, and then the rest of them, they're all max glow and they're D3. You max the illumination there. And then the next thing is his eyebrows. Angry eyebrows. We'll do those in white. Okay. And that's him pretty much done. It's his costume done anyway. What I do now, I'll just change the sliders slightly, because he's got massive arms at the moment and he's not quite tall enough. So if we make him about 6.5 foot, 6'6", because he's a big guy, max out his muscle. And the body mass is probably about right. You don't want to make him too big. Probably about like that. And the other thing with his arm length, I don't know why they give them these massive arms. Let me just shrink those a little bit, about there, about a third. That's fine. And then we'll go to his face sliders. And what I try and do, I just try and square his face up, just to make it look a bit different. So the jaw width, we put that about 2/3, about there. Kind of gives him a square face, you know. His eyes, turn those down to about 1/4. He has quite small eyes, does Cable. And the eye position, also down to about 1/4. Just move them down a bit. Cheeks, let's get rid of those altogether. And the cheek height, we'll max that out. And it gives him this very kind of square face then. Really strong jawed. Just looks a bit Cable-like really. The only other thing is the chin width, just turn that up to about 2/3. There you have it. So that's my interpretation of Cable on Champions Online. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you have other characters you'd like to see me do, just leave a comment, you know, on YouTube, and I'll get on with it. So this has been Cosmic Robot, and thanks for watching.
Cosmic Robot.